wrestling fans, to the king of sports, pro wrestling, TXW style. My name is Valentine, and unfortunately, the Reverend J. Perky is not here by my side yet. Not sure of the details, but that's neither here nor there. As a professional, I have to call this next match on my own, and it's a big one. The TXW title tournament semifinals. The number 2 seed, Deke Rivers, standing in the ring with the bouffant hairdo and the robe, taking on Jerry Lee, the number 3 seed. And as you can see, the winner of this match will take on the victor between Sigmund and Donovan later this evening. And one of those 4 men, 2 of those 4 men, will face each other for the championship next month. Now, as we can see, Deke Rivers, accompanied to the ring by that dastardly rapscallion, Mike Powers, from the team of Rough Cut. That will be a problem for the younger and, I dare say, stronger number 3 seed, Jerry Lee. Deke Rivers, you may or may not know this, but he has come out of semi-retirement for this one. He hasn't wrestled in about a year due to injury and other personal issues. But when the TXW came into this area here, East Tennessee, he jumped at the chance to get into the tournament. Oh my. His first wrestling hold in a year proved to be successful. Jerry Lee possesses one of the best power slams in all of professional wrestling. He uses it as a finisher. And he also has a clothesline that'll knock your teeth out of your mouth. And the Tooth Fairy will give you 75-cent change after the match. I'm surprised that Deke Rivers hasn't scheduled a couple warm-up matches here at TXW to get ready for Jerry. If Jerry says he's pulling his tights, hits him in the face with a closed-hand fist of his own. That's the thing. Jerry's not worried about what the fans think. He wants that belt. So does Deke Rivers. He doesn't care either. So this should be a top-notch match. And it's our first match of the evening. We have some great superstars later on tonight, including the other semifinal between the number 1 seed Sigmund and Donovan Daniels. There's some awesome talent on tap tonight, folks. Stick around, as I keep looking for my cohort in crime here to see where he would pop up. I hope he shows up, because he's going to miss one heck of a match. Now Deke is using the hair, turning this traditional leg lock maneuver into more of a surfboard type maneuver. A lot of pain through pulling of the hair, but also causing that spine to curve as Mike Powers distracts the referee and becomes a factor for the first time in this match. My aging eyes is causing me to have difficulty describing whatever leg hold this is. But I can tell you this, Mike Powers and Deke Rivers are cheating already, using each other's leverage to put more torque on the knee and the ankle of Jerry Lee. It may not be legal, but I'll tell you one thing right now, the best way to avoid that clothesline of Jerry Lee is to keep him on his face. James Malenko caught him that time. Sorry, pal. You're going to have to fight a little bit more fair than that, because a disqualification in this match is as good as a pinfall or submission. Oh, brother. Excuse me, folks. Jay Perky, the Reverend. Hello, what are you doing? Well, why are you not here? I'm calling a semi-final title tournament match, and you're nowhere to be seen. You're telling me you're with the two ladies that escort AWOL and Reaper to the ring? Those two blonde women that wear the pantaloons with the bows? I don't believe it. I do hear them, but that sounds more like your mother and your grandmother. You forget. Oh, he hung up. Sorry, I know that's unprofessional. As Deke Rivers continues to punish Jerry Lee, but he said he's with those two beautiful young ladies that normally escort AWOL and Reaper to the ring. But he forgets he had me over for Sunday brunch one day, and I can recognize his mother's voice, and his grandmother's voice for that matter. He hung up right away. He says he's on his way, folks, so I hope he shows up, but that's neither here nor there. Looks like Deke Rivers has locked in on Jerry Lee. The headlock, but Jerry's using his power to break the hold, but Deke Rivers uses that experience, that rising knee, puts the double tough man from Alabama on his back. Now, Jerry Lee has won his fair share of titles throughout the region, and so has Deke Rivers. That's why these two men are in the TXW title tournament. There's so many great competitors that could have been here, and Deke Rivers applies a legal nerve hold. That is a painful move, ladies and gentlemen. And not only is that a painful move, it can really slow down the blood flow. Oh, that might have been it. It slows the blood flow between and the oxygen flow to the head. Jerry Lee wisely realizes he's got to get up from that move, or it's going to be curtains, and his dreams of being the first TXW title holder will be long gone. Some overhand rights. And there's that clothesline we've been talking about. But unfortunately, I don't think he put his normal Jerry Lee trademark power behind it. And Deke was only down for a 1 count. Nice drop kick as the crowd gets into it. 1, 2, no. Deke a little too wily for that. He's been around the block once or twice in these rings. He's wrestled more matches than most pro wrestlers dream about. Jerry applies a chin lock, putting that knee between the shoulder blades. Nice scoop slam. What elevation on that leg drop. Deke Rivers still says no. Now Jerry Lee with another one. Let's see if that does it. I think Mike Powers had something to do with him kicking out of that, if I'm not sure. Jerry Lee says, hey, why not one more time? That one caught him good. It's almost like a guillotine. And here we go. No. Deke Rivers, double tough, just like Jerry. Jerry going to the well once again. But no dice on that one. There's Deke Rivers. Something deep down inside of his brain said, I better roll out or I'm going to get pegged with another one. And here goes the number 2 seed, showing us a little bit more than we asked for here. As he drives the knee into the forehead of Jerry. One bridge of the nose. Yep, there he goes. Dumping the number 3 seed out onto the floor. Well, we knew this was happening. Mike Powers putting his hands on Jerry Lee. Fans getting a little agitated here. Come on, ref. Come on, Malenko. Turn around now. Got Gotta say, Deke looks pretty tough. He's been in control most of this match, even though he's been out of action for a year. He's no spring chicken. He comes in to break the count. Count out. Counts just as much as a pinfall or submission would in this match. Someone who loses by count out would be eliminated. Now it's punished Jerry Lee. I'm kind of surprised the man from Alabama hasn't fought a little bit tougher, as Mike Powers is just working it. Oh, he hits Deke Rivers in the head there. Wait a minute. The count was up to near 10. The bell has rung. Deke Rivers is on the floor. Jerry Lee advances by countout. Using defense and wits. There it is. The graphic man confirms that. Deke Rivers has been eliminated, folks, and Jerry Lee's in the final. I'll tell you what, folks, that's not what the doctor, Mike Powers, or Deke Rivers had in mind. So much for a comeback match, Chief. Well, TXW fans are no stranger to the Menace, but they may not be familiar with the Prodigy, Shane Andrews. I'll tell you one thing right now. That's exactly right, teleprompter man. How is this not a main event somewhere? The Prodigy, Shane Andrews, is on the fast track to be a champion of the predominant league around here. And Menace is always a contender. I'd say after this tournament, the Menace will probably be on a short list of top contenders for that TXW title once someone is crowned. He says he's from Tokyo. He has trained over there. He's an American, but respects the Japanese arts. Had some senseis over there, teach him a lot about the martial arts. And he saw with his victory in December over sensational sensational Wayne Atkins. He is a hard man to put away, and he's an innovator of offense. Now, if you're not familiar with the Prodigy, as they call him, the blue trunks with silver on them, that man there is also someone who's an innovator of offense. Oh, Menace says, what are you doing there? I don't know what was going on there. But this man, Shane Andrews, has some of the hardest kicks you'll ever want to hear. They'll make you wince. If you're in the front row, you may cry if you know the guy in the ring. Now, we're going to see a lot of this today, folks. Put me in minds of Owen Hart there. Nice reversal. Leg trip. You're going to see some good catch-can wrestling, as these two will probably reverse almost every maneuver. I'm not sure if they fought each other before, but we're going to be in for a treat. Wow. Shane Andrews also does mixed martial arts, and we may see a submission right here, but no, Menace has gotten out of that, and also he's put himself, that's a nice little modified crossface, it looks like. Maybe a chin lock. Excellent mat wrestling. The cameraman thinking he's on Rowan and Martin's laugh band or something there. That will be nauseous. Feel like I'm on the SS Minnow. Spur is the referee for this match. The senior referee here at the TXW. Shane Andrews with a nice shoulder tackle. An arm drag. And Menace with an arm drag of his own. Shane Andrews, a little flip up, saying, hey buddy, you're not going to intimidate me. This is a big night for TXW Wrestling. We had the semifinal match in the first match tonight of the Menace. Not sure what Shane Andrews is doing. But the first match, didn't have Menace. It had Deke Rivers coming out of retirement only to lose to Jerry Lee. And tonight, you got Donovan Daniels with Tony Lucchesio. You know those two. There's never been thieves as thick as those. Taking on Sigmund, probably the hottest wrestler in the area right now. Tonight's ticket is worth your $5 bill. Excellent mat work. Excellent reversals. Again, I apologize for the absence and the unprofessionalism, if that is a word I just made up, of my cohort, the Reverend J. Perky. He's apparently with two young ladies. They sound like his mother and grandmother, although he admits to the two ladies that escort AWOL and Reaper out every week. I do have my reservations and belief in that. I've got him in about 52 lives. He would have loved to have called this. He used to be a wrestler too, and blames the Menace for the demise of his career with an elbow off the top rope, and he says shortened his wrestling career. And apparently there are wrestling careers shorter than 2 weeks, but I've never heard of many people having shorter wrestling careers that actually got into the ring and competed. There's one of Shane Andrews' kicks. And another one. Those strikes are so sharp and so painful that it's hard to even move after that. Menace did a good job of rolling away from it to delay any more brutality. Brought him in the hard way. Menace didn't want it, but Menace fought. Shane Andrews muscled him over. Nice scoop slam by the smaller man, as he's going to be the first one to take a gamble on a high-risk maneuver. Oh, he missed his leg drop. That is a beautiful move when he lands it. Menace a little too fresh for that shenanigan. Backbreaker. Into a rib breaker. I've never seen that one. I always see something new, and that may be it. No, but I always see something new when I watch the Menace of Shane Andrews wrestle, that's for sure. Wow. Speaking of new, I've never seen that either. That's that Japanese influence. That's a nice submission lock there. My failing eyes are hurting me on calling this correctly. Looks like a modified chicken wing from my vantage point. If the Lord blessed you with better eyes than I, then you'll probably be able to call that one a little bit better than I. Shane Andrews, with his eyes, spied the rope and was able to put his heel over top, and senior referee Spur broke the hold. Nice forearm. The Menace, the larger man, using his body weight and height to try to wear down Shane Andrews, which is what I would do. Oh, a reversal! Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Hard to call a match like this. So many pin attempts. I don't know when the match is going to end. I may spill my coffee on my pants. Shane Andrews breaking that hold with a closed fist. The Spur warned him about that. Now they're duking it out. So much for technique and grace. Oh, Shane Andrews, a smaller man, bending the rules, breaking the rules. Yeah, pump handle slam. Oh, 360. That may be it. Can't say enough about these two. I'm impressed with the Menace on several levels. It seems like he's an expert. Sure, everybody knows he does a lot of high-risk flying maneuvers. But when you get him on the mat, that is, when people talk about the Menace, you don't normally hear about the mat wrestling ability. And the submission. Sure, he has the judo chops and the savate kicks. His moonsault. Oh, it was blocked. Shane Andrews with those powerful shins and feet and legs. This could be it, folks. This could be the opening that the Prodigy needed. Swanton bomb off the top. That's it. What a match. No. No. Menace kicked out. Shane Andrews saying that was 3, boss. And Spurs saying no. Well, back to the well again. We saw this last couple months ago with Wayne Adkins from Kingsport. Sorry. That was an excellent match. That was a match of the year candidate as Menace stops Andrews. Let's see if that'll do it. We saw Wayne Adkins land the code red, which is a maneuver in this area that can easily snap a man's neck, much less win him a match. He had to try that twice, and the second time he went to that well, that was it. Menace was able to reverse it. So, oh, what an amazing DDT. Spur with the count. If neither man gets to his feet by the end of this count, we could have an unsatisfying draw. No, we may just get that. Both men are lifeless. Excuse me, I was incorrect. As the Reverend, if he was here, would have quickly pointed out. Overhand rights. And a nice forearm. And a series of clotheslines. Another scoop slam. I think I know what's coming. Another high-risk maneuver. I think the next one that lands one of these will be the victor. Oh, wow. That was almost an enziguri type kick from the floor up to the top rope. We're going to see a superplex here. No. Oh my. And that's it. The mistake cost the Prodigy a win against the Menace. One has to wonder if those strong, powerful legs, Shane Andrews got injured on that maneuver. Probably a double knee drop. Menace. That may be the thing that separates Menace from a lot of wrestlers around here, is he just didn't simply cover him. He put a pretty deep and nasty pin attempt on Shane Andrews after that. He's calling for the mic. I wonder what Menace has to say now. As the fan is confused by the wire. The Menace of late has been excellent with sportsmanship. See what he has to say. What a show of sportsmanship. That's correct. That Menace is a nice fella. And he's also the victor in the match. What a win for Menace. We're set to go as Bobby Blassie set to take on the larger Jody Rivers. Is he gonna smack his wife? That's no way a Harvard-educated man speaks. Well, here we go. Bobby Blassie, the victim of Rough Cut's devious ways last week, taking on Jody Rivers. Now this reminds me, my grandkids took me to see Jurassic Park. One raptor distracts the prey as the other one attacks from behind. You know, oh, looky here. Bobby Blassie taking care of himself. Nice back elbow. He's going to go to the well again, but no. Mike Powers giving the advantage to his partner. Now, Jody Rivers, you may or may not know, is the son of the legendary Deke Rivers. There's a back elbow of his own. That one looked like it had a little bit more effect as Jody